People on the roadways even know how to drive this morning. They're driving 90 miles an hour thinking about Christian McCaffrey all over the place. And then I got Joe Shasky and the Patrick Willis jersey. I got Matson fired up. Lupton's running around with his neck cut off. Joe Shasky, CMC. It's wearing red and gold. And it may happen this Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm so happy. I mean, look, sports makes us so happy. Like these types of moments, all right? This is on so many layers. This is such a great deal, right? Like, the draft picks, the money. Shut up. This is Christian McCaffrey. This is one of the top 10 or 15 offensive weapons in the league. Quarterbacks notwithstanding. Wouldn't you agree, B? Had the Rams got this guy, had the Bills got this guy, had the Green Bay Packers got this guy, any one of those teams you would go, oh my God, are you kidding me? Like, this guy's a Swiss Army knife. Is he a running back? No. Is he a wide receiver? No. He's a ridiculous football player. And you can line him up anywhere. And yes, Shanahan's going to have to do that. That's the challenge, is to go out there and you got to get the ball to all of these playmakers. This makes Jimmy Garoppolo better. This makes George Kittle better. This makes Brandon Ayuk better. This makes Deebo Samuel better, because scheme is about space. And no team is more built on creating space than the San Francisco 49ers. B, I'm going to go back in time for you just for a second. 1981. There was a move that was made that people to this day, if you Google it and try to look for it, you can't even find.
I already know the move.
What the compensation was.
Fred Dean, to the Chargers to the Niners.
They were 3-2. They were struggling a little. They were in between two different schemes, and they made a move for a veteran player who was devalued and in a contract dispute with his current team, the San Diego Chargers. And now they bring Fred Dean in. Has anyone in the 40 years since Fred Dean came to the Niners said, oh, but the draft picks, oh, but the money? That's loser talk. I want to win a Super Bowl now. I've been waiting since 1995 to celebrate my team. We got grown-ass men like Kyle Madsen back here, who's been watching this team his whole life and has watched every other team in this league go all in and put their chips in the middle. We've been saving, and we've been prudent, and we've been paying our own superstars forever. Guess what? Daddy needs a new kitchen, and this guy is the best damn oven because he's cooking in the NFC.
Couple weeks ago.
I'm so fired up.
Couple weeks ago. It's going to be a long show.
Dude, because we got
I have a lot of receipts.
We got CMC.
Got a lot of receipts. This is a couple times. The week of the Carolina game, nobody was talking about this. And Lubman and I'm going to play this cut. This is between you and I. This is a couple days, I believe, after the Carolina game. Listen to this convo between you and I.
Rounders.
Listen, I do it all day. I do it all day because this is a year. This is a year, and I told you this, Shasky. This is a year in the NFC. The Rams got their Super Bowl.
Yes.
They got their Lombardi. The Niners have been so close to getting that Lombardi. I feel like this is the season. If we're going to go all in at the deadline, with all the injuries that's piling up, this is the season to go all in. I love the team now. I think they can play deep into January with the team as is, with Jimmy trending up and Jimmy looking good. But if you could just add another weapon or two, oh my gosh, this thing is attainable, man.
Well, that's one of the things you want to see Deebo play a little more wide receiver.
Right.
If you get somebody like CMC out there, think of the formation diversity you can do.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
you imagine a 3-by-1 formation with Deebo, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and then Ayuk on the other side.
I'm sitting there watching him, and you know what I'm thinking to myself? The NFL needs him out of there. He would be one of the most marketable stars in the NFL if he played on a premier team.
You know what?
How many days ago was that?
And that was about 10. And I've got another cut. I've got another cut that was 14 days ago. So, last night we were popping our stuff. We were flexing. Because a lot of people said, these two hot take guys from 6 to 9 a.m. on the morning roast was just bringing up, just throwing stuff against the wall. Christian McCaffrey. Oh, they're just throwing stuff against the wall. It's going to be too expensive. All the draft picks. How many draft picks have not panned out?
Oh, so many.
How many draft picks have not panned out for this football team?
I'm watching a third-round pick this year play fullback for one snap last week. I'm watching a fourth-rounder that you cut last year. He's playing for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Right.
I'm watching your second-rounder that you drafted catch a touchdown pass to beat you on his third team, Dante Pettis.
All right, Jalen Hurd, Dante Pettis, Trey Sermon, Joe Williams. They tried to pay for Jerick McKinnon. It did not work out. So what do? The Niners, this is what they did last night. They traded a second-round pick in the 2023 NFL draft. They traded a 3rd-round pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. They traded a 4th-round pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. Then they traded a 5th-rounder in the 2024 NFL Draft. Now, I was looking at Niners Wire. Shout out Kyle Batch and Niners Wire. And I'm looking at the updated look at the 2023 draft picks.
So this is after they've made the trade?
After they made the trade. They still have 2 3rd-round compensatory picks. You still got a 5th-rounder, and you may get 2 more compensatory picks in the 5th round and the 7th round. Then you got a 7th-rounder and another 7th-rounder. So the picks are still there. And I think, look, with a move like this and the salary cap exploding next season and the year after, there could be some guys on the move. Eric Armstead may be on the move. Kittle may be on the move. I'll worry about the picks when we get to April. Look, I do not care. Shasky.
I'll fix their cap situation in 5 moves.
This is why Parag Marate gets paid the big bucks.
Thank you.
And when you make a move like this, scared money don't make money. The Cowboys are trying to make moves. The Reds are still trying to make moves with no offensive line. You go bring in a Christian McCaffrey, a guy who's a dual threat, and you get him and Debo in the backfield together, and those clips that we just played coming into the show. You know 2 of those highlights? Guess what routes those were?
What?
Those were the Texas routes out of the shotgun formation.
My only favorite route in football.
How many times have we seen Shanahan run a Texas route with Jeff Wilson Jr., Debo Samuel, Matt Breida? Now he gets to run it with Christian McCaffrey? Are you kidding me?
Bonta, even if you kept the picks, just for a second, if you kept the picks, you know what you would be praying? That any one of those picks turned into half the player Christian McCaffrey is.
Yep.
That's what you'd be praying.
That's what you'd be praying for.
You'd be praying for that. And look, you traded a 2nd-round pick for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yep.
That worked out for you. You traded a 2nd-round pick for like 300 snaps of D Ford. And you know what? People could say, oh, well, D Ford was hurt. That worked out for you. Was it worth it going to the Super Bowl that year?
Yep.
100%. I do that trade all
day long.
How about when you traded a 3rd and a 5th for Emmanuel Sanders?
It worked out.
How about that 3rd and 5th, or 3rd and 4th, excuse me, that you traded for Trent Williams? Has that worked out?
Oh, it's worked out.
Exactly. All right, look, I know everybody wants to hoard draft picks. They've been hoarding draft picks my whole life.
Right.
All right? I love that they put their chips in the middle. And here's where I want to say, I am proud to be a 49er fan today.
Yes.
There's layers to this. Kyle Shanahan, it's a gutsy, ballsy move, and I'm here for it.
You know what? John Lynch,
hell yeah,
Kyle Shanahan deserve a ton of credit. They deserve a ton of credit. And you know what? John Lynch and Shanahan, I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, man, this is their boldest move ever. But you know what? They've made bold moves.
That's what I'm saying.
They've made bold moves.
Jimmy G was a bold move.
Jimmy Garoppolo for a 2nd-round pick was a bold move.
Exactly.
Moving up in the draft to get Trey Lance was a bold move. Getting Amenahu was a bold move. Trading for D Ford, a 2nd-round pick for D Ford and paying him was a bold move. Did it work out? No, it didn't. But they make bold moves. And when you look at the landscape in the NFC, and I guarantee you this,
I guarantee
you this,
we got the best offensive personnel in the NFC.
And listen to this. I'm watching that Arizona game, right? I got the Chiefs-Bills on because I was ready to come in today and say the Niners are beating the Kansas City Chiefs. Now I have no doubt in my mind the Niners are winning on Sunday. They are winning on Sunday. I'm speaking that into existence. You know I don't guarantee stuff. When I do, it comes through. I'm guaranteeing a win on Sunday, damn it, in the throwbacks.
Okay.
But second, I'm watching Arizona.
I love you.
And the Saints. I'm watching Arizona and the Saints.
In their black helmets?
In the black helmets. Actually, you know what? I warmed up
So
to them.
now you're on my side.
Because DeAndre Hopkins is out there with the dreadlocks flowing behind the helmet. And I'll guarantee you, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, and that Niners brass was sitting there watching that Thursday night football game on Amazon Prime saying, look at the juice Hopkins is giving Arizona. Arizona hadn't won the home game in over a year. Next thing you know, they dropped 45 points on the Saints. Now, they were aided by 2 pick sixes, but Hopkins goes out there with 10 catches for 100 yards, and it's like, oh, they got some juice now. And they made the trade for Robbie Anderson a couple days before that. So I guarantee you, Lynch and company and Shanahan said, damn, they just got to pop with Hopkins. We're going to have to see the Cardinals a couple times later in the season. One in Mexico City, one at Levi Stadium. It's time to go get our juice. It's time to go get our lightning in a bottle. And it's time to go get Christian McCaffrey. And damn it, they got it done. And I couldn't be more proud to be a 49er fan. I couldn't be happier for Shanahan. I couldn't be happier for John Lynch. This is a money-time move.
Let's go to the top. Jed York, this is an Eddie D, Joe Lacob, George Steinbrenner kind of a move.
Big time.
And you know what? You deserve credit. I hope you're flaunting it today. I hope you got the top down, windows up, money out the window. Let's go. That's on the real.
I want to see Shanahan. I want to see Shanahan smile from ear to ear today at his presser when he discusses this trade. I can't wait to hear John Lynch say, yeah, you know, this is a move we had to make. This is what the big boys do.
Last year, they came down. It came down to a couple plays. Would you agree? We're celebrating the team. Just for a second. We're celebrating a team 10 years ago. And this is my overarching theme with the Niners. My whole adult life, we've come up a little short.
Yep.
And we're always one player, one play, 2 plays away from winning it. We're celebrating the core. Willis, Bowman, Vernon Davis, Justin Smith, Alden, Cap, Alex. We all agree, okay? I can keep throwing the names out. Frankie G. We all agree. God damn it, if you look back, wouldn't it have been great if they would have just made that little trade to get a wide receiver? We knew
Just
it in 2011. We knew it. They are one receiver short in 2011.
Shasky, it felt like they were one receiver short for 15 straight years.
I know, but my
going
point being,
back to the TO days.
But my point being is, like, we did all the trading. Then we were on the reverse side of this Carolina deal. We traded away Alex Smith. It turned into nothing. It was 5 picks that literally, the number 1 guy was Carlos Hyde.
Yeah.
Okay? The Chiefs are doing that deal 10 times in a row before we ever. It was Corey Lemonnier, some guard from Virginia that no one remembers named Monroe, who had a busted ACL. You trade for commodities that are proven. And I look at what happened last year. They were on the doorstep again of going back to the Super Bowl. And what was the difference? You could say Joe's Cooper Kupp. It was also Odell Beckham. It was also Von Miller. 2 guys acquired mid-season by the Rams. I'm not saying you got to mortgage the future. They haven't mortgaged the future. They've got pillars everywhere. Look at the offense. You can make the argument they've got 4, at minimum, top 5 guys at their position on offense.
And look at this.
On offense?
On offense. And their core is locked up. They're going to lock up Nick Bosa.
It's fine. They're fine.
Deebo Samuel just got locked up. Kittle's still under contract. Brandon Ayuk's still on his rookie deal. You got players. Aaron Banks is in the 2nd year. Burford's a rookie.
I know.
A rookie.
Suppressed salaries, too.
Exactly. Trent Williams is at left tackle chilling. You know what I'm saying? You can make your linebacker core and Drake Greenlaw and Frank Warner Jr. Guess what? They're locked up, too. They're locked up.
I know.
Ufanga's locked up. You just signed Mooney Ward. The time to win is now, damn
100%.
it. And this is a big-time move here. And I absolutely love the balls it took to make a move like this. The hell with the draft picks. The hell with the draft picks, especially when you've been whiffing on these picks. And the money, they will figure out the money. When you look at the money, CMC, Christian McCaffrey. We're not talking about CMC Music Channel on Channel 26. We're talking about CMAC.
Although I did love that channel.
Oh, I love that channel
Gomez,
every day.
Part of the Odyssey crew.
Hey, Trace Dogg and Franson, too, man. Come on, man. Making $690,000 this year, Christian McCaffrey. Next year, 11.8. The year after, 11.8. The year after that, $12 million. Now, there's a player option tied in there, but I got to guess Christian McCaffrey's going to love being back in the Bay Area. He's already tweeted out. You saw Drake Jackson tweeting. You saw Deebo Samuel. Like, oh, my gosh, it's real.
The Drake Jackson response. So I got home. Huge win for the O Club last night to get ourselves into playoff position. Come from behind, super resilient. And Chuck Gartland, if you're out there listening, 1,000 fielding percentage at third base in his first game at third base. And he needed a shout out. But I get home. I'm sitting down with my wife. And you know when you put your phone on like no notifications?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, all the time.
So I got it on the no notification so that it doesn't buzz during dinner. And we're supposed to put our phones away during dinner. And we're sitting there and
Don't
we're
say
talking.
That too loudly because Anna's been trying to do that.
Well, that's all right.
For a long time.
We're having Original Joe's Pizza. Boom, boom, boom. We're eating. I'm having a little garlic knot. I'm trying to have a little cheat night with my wife, where I'm eating some carbs. And she goes, oh, the Niners made a trade. I go, what? She's telling me. And she goes, we got that guy McCaffrey. And she knows who McCaffrey is because she plays fantasy football. And I run to my phone and I flip it open. I had 90 missed messages. I go, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding. And I had the same exact response as Drake Jackson. Christian McCaffrey to the Niners? Are you effing kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let's go.
So shout out to 483 people right now on YouTube right now. 6:22 in the morning. They're all fired
What
up.
number's he wearing? What jersey am I getting?
I don't know.
22?
Let me tell you how I found out. Because we're going to get to the calls. This is going to be a caller-driven show. How happy are you? Is it too much?
I'm proud to be a Niner fan.
Are you concerned about the injury history with Christian McCaffrey? It's a thing. It's a thing, and we're going to address it today. It's not all peaches and cream. There's some cons to this move. But I had to shower run night. I just put baby Ches down. It was daddy-daughter night. Daddy-daughter night. I put her down, had a great bath. I actually talked to Lubna when she was in the bath. She was throwing soap on me and stuff. We're having a great time. I put her down to bed. She's
Rubber
knocked
ducky,
out.
you're the one.
Oh, we got the rubber duckies. We got it all. So we got her in there, rub the belly, say bye-bye, good night, Spicone Noche, I love you. I got the shower water running because we hit
Russian?
the pool. Yeah, that was Russian.
Right over my head.
Russian.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I was like, what language are you speaking?
I'm all over. Listen, I got the shower running. Yati Lou Blue, which means I love you. Listen, I got the shower water running, right? Because we had hit the pool. I'm like, all right, I need to wash this chlorine off. It's been a while. And as I'm going into the shower, because I'm going to bring my phone in to watch the Lakers game in the shower, I get tagged in a tweet. and I'm looking at my Twitter, and I'm just like, all right. And you know who
It's
tags
like, what
me?
is it, the fake Adam Schefter? Like, we all thought, like, is that the real Adam Schefter?
So Marvin, whose at name on Twitter is Bonta Hillstead.
Oh.
That's his at.
Is
That's
it
his
Messy
avatar.
Marvin?
Messy Marvin at Bonta Hillstead. And he tags me in a tweet, and it says, Christian McCaffrey traded to the 49ers, Adam Schefter. And I'm like, hold on, man. And so I click on the Adam Schefter Abby, and I'm like, is this a fake check
Yeah,
mark?
no, you don't want to get fake. Yeah.
I retweeted it anyway.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, what did I do?
I'll rescind later.
Like for 2 minutes, nobody was tweeting anything about McCaffrey. I'm like, oh, I got duped. And I look, and I was like, okay, 9.8 million followers. That can't be fake. It's the check mark. And then, so, you know, the text messages just went on. And I was like, oh my gosh. So the water ran without me getting in the shower for about 25 minutes. So I wasted all the water where I lived, and then it finally got in the shower, and it's like, they got Christian McCaffrey.
So in our family league, okay, no one cares about fantasy, but my grandfather, 86 years old, okay, 86 years old. He's won it 2 years in a row, okay? Who's his favorite player in the NFL?
Christian McCaffrey.
You know why? You know what he says?
What?
He reminds me of Hugh McElhaney. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Because Hugh McElhaney is what McCaffrey was. Think Marshall Faulk. Catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yep.
Think Roger Craig. This is the organization when it comes to Swiss Army knives and running backs, wide receivers, guys that are pass happy, that can do a lot of things on the field. This is that dude. This is a match made in heaven.
All right.
This is football porn.
You damn right I said after that drought. Look at Christian McCaffrey, Oscar, Clyde, Kyle, Adam, Gordon. We're going to get all to you. We're going to start the calls next segment here. It's a big day in 49er land. You should be proud to be a 49er fan. Christian McCaffrey is wearing red and gold. This is a Super Bowl type move. It's Super Bowl or bust. And you know what? I love it just like that. The Golden State Warriors right now are championship or bust. Joe Lacob and company, all they want to do is hang banners. It's about damn time the Niners get that philosophy, and let's go. It's back to the 90s, baby. Super Bowl or bust. McCaffrey's a Niner.